Hey, Shalom. I want to start out by saying all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, that was a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you, brothers, pushing the truth throughout the four winds. All right, this is going to be a real quick lesson to the point. Basically going into seeing things spiritually. Basically, believing in what you can't see. Believing in what you can't see. We're conditioned to believe in what we're looking at, as if that's the final curtain call, but in this walk, that's like very opposite. Like, you can't have that mind frame in this truth. You have to be in a spiritual mind frame at all times, but you have to walk in this flesh. So you have to know how to basically get rid of when always see things spiritually, but know when you have to walk in the physical. It's like Clark Kent in a situation. So that's what this lesson is going into, like being truly in a faithful mind frame, faithful in a spirit. Have faith in the spirit, because if you walk looking at what you see, you won't get very far here in the spirit. You won't get very far. Walking in the spirit, you understand that this life is basically a throwaway. This one is like, it's a 80% loss. This life is a 80 to 90% loss. Okay, you're gonna take big L's here. You're gonna understand that this isn't our risk, and you have to put that in your mental Rolodex, and just basically roll with it, because you're walking in the spirit. If not, your flesh isn't going to be pleased, and people around you, that can harm you too, because seeing what people have, being done wrong in certain situations or whatever, you're going to really see the flesh cut up. But you have to stay in a spiritual mind frame. This is John 6:63. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, so the spirit makes you alive. The flesh profiteth nothing." So your flesh you're going to profit nothing from these things. It's a temporary feel good when you walk in the flesh. It's a temporary feel good, because if you have things fucking with your head mentally, and you go buy, see, Jake, this is how Jake is. Jake could go buy some new shoes, or some new clothes or whatever, or a new ride. That's a temporary fix. That's a temporary fix. That's how Jake maneuvers. Okay, on temporary fixes. This whole life is a temporary fix for Jake by buying new things. Why do you think when people get a lot of money, what do? They just go buy shit. Because it makes them feel good about themselves. That's walking in the flesh. So now somebody could think something highly of you because you have a $500 belt on. Or a $2,000 suit. But it says, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So that spirit of truth through Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, that's true living. The thing is, when you're walking in the spirit, you can see that, because at the end of this life, it's a far greater reward. You can't put nothing on immortality or an eternal life to where you're going to reign supreme. It's nothing you can give someone here that's going to overshadow that. It's not even close. This is Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Because your flesh wants to reign supreme. But they're battling against each other, your spirit and your flesh. Okay? And this is a precept, Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. So who does these things? You'll look at Esau, and Esau have a new trend to where this is cool. Look at the cool trend now. Look at the cool trend. Look, I mean, it's always been the cool trend. A Bentley is the cool trend. Louis Vuitton and all these high fashion names, that's the cool trend. So Jake will go out of their way, can have $1,000 paycheck and go buy a $500 belt. That's the cool trend. So those spiritual things in high places, and Esau has a agenda behind all these things. Jake's just too blind to see it. Okay. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, and this is putting on the spirit, okay, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that you will be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. So the Lord is going to fight for you if you're in the spirit, and you're going to be able to stand against all these things, because we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, the spirit, and having the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. So all these things you're not going to fall victim to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be prepared for seeing these things play out, and they're not going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're walking in the spirit and you're not walking in the flesh. All right. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So now you have to put on these spiritual garments, you know what I'm saying, and these spiritual things to basically be in control of taming your flesh. That's what the spirit is. Your spirit tames your flesh, because your flesh wants to go in one direction and your spirit wants to go in the other. One of them is right and one of them is wrong. The biggest battle you're going to face is when you look in the mirror. That's who's going to be your biggest critic. That's who's going to basically control everything. That person in the mirror. You're not fighting against other people. People have opinions about you, but you have to say, I'm going to listen to what that person is saying before you can actually filter it in your mind, go through and say, I'm going to believe what this person's saying. Otherwise, you can be like, man, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them in the horse they rode in on, and keep moving. Or you can say, well, everybody thinks this of me, and I don't, you can be like that, and all it's going to do is have you living in the flesh, because your flesh cares now. That's why you get feelings and emotions and things like that in the flesh. Why you think people commit suicide and things of that nature? It's because of a situation they were put in, and they don't look optimistically. You know what I'm saying? They're pessimistic. You know what I'm saying? They basically, what people think of me and things like that. And it's like, you can't move in life like that. Okay? You have to be in a spiritual mind frame, especially in this truth. Okay, this is verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord giveth you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not your teachers be removed into a corner any more. But thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn into the left. So you have teachers now that's giving you proper instruction on how to maneuver, how to maintain in the spirit, and the blueprint is laid through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so it's no excuse. Okay, 19. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murder, drunkenness, revilings, as such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of earth. And all these things are basically you going into fleshly things. You know what I'm saying? You're not maneuvering in the spirit. You're walking in the flesh. All right? 22. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are in Hamashiach have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. So this is basically just to push off, to stay in the spirit and understand that walking in the flesh profits you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even King Solomon said it, you know, all the vanity of vanity is all vanity. Everything on this planet is going to be destroyed. Well, not on the planet, but everything you see before you, it's not going to be a blade of grass standing. This place is going to be nuked. Okay? So what you have to do and understand is moving reckless, pleasing the flesh, it doesn't pay off in the end. You know? It doesn't pay off. It's like the ant. The ant prepares the whole summertime. He's making preparation because he knows a tough time is coming. That's what we're doing in the spirit, where we're storing up all our spiritual, and when the harvest comes, you're going to have something to fall on. People that moves in the flesh, they're not going to have nothing, and they're going to be looking for men of the Lord. But the thing is, it's like the 10 virgins, 5 wise and 5 foolish. So you're going to have a lot of people that's been foolish, and the things that they do, the way they move, their mannerisms and all that is going to be going contrary to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And they're going to want answers in the end, but it's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? So move in the spirit always. Even when it looks at a place of a doubt, move in the spirit. Constantly move in the spirit. Never let this flesh take control or get a gain on you. Constantly move in the spirit, bro. Like, it is so crucial to do that. Fuck what people think. That's another thing we do. We always care about how people look at us and think of us. They're not going to get you out of here. Okay? Nobody's going to get you out of here. You got to look in the mirror and say, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I know what I have to do to get myself. Now, there's guidelines and there's preparations and all those things. It's like giving someone tools, but you have to build a house. Okay? You can have the blueprint in your face. You can have all the necessary tools, but no one can build that house for you. You have to build your own house through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So don't care, man. Just look past people. Just look past people. That's another problem in this world. You know what I'm saying? People are always concerned about somebody else's ordeal. Look past people, okay? You got to fight for yourself. If they throw you in a FEMA camp, who's going to be there to save you? You got to be in that spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Plain and simple, okay? With that, I want to say, call Allah Yamla, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Shem Kwadash. Double honors to the apostle, Nels Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, I can push his truth throughout the four winds. Till next time, Shalom.